I am Dr. Juluru Sandeep, Assistant Professor in the Department of Aeronautical Engineering, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College. In today's lecture, I am going to explain about the finite difference code for the one-dimensional wave equation in Computational Aerodynamics and Turbulence Modeling subject. This particular topic covers CO6, that is about the implementation of finite difference methods for solving the complex fluid aerodynamic problems. In previous lectures, we have discussed about the machine learning techniques that are useful in the CFD. So before going to full-fledged implementation of the machine learning techniques, so first we should understand how a fluid flow problem is going to be programmed in any type of language. So I am taking a simple problem that is one-dimensional wave equation using explicit method of Lax technique. So this one-dimensional wave is solved by using the finite difference method, and so the explicit Lax method is mostly used finite differencing or CFD technique for solving the hyperbolic partial differential equations. So it is the just modification or preferred over the FTCS method. So FTCS method is nothing but forward, time, and central space. So this is abbreviated as FTCS. So this FTCS method becomes unstable for the 1D wave equation. So then the Lax technique is used to improve the stability by replacing the center point with the average of the neighboring values. So this particular problem is solved by using MATLAB. So let us see how this is programmed. So we are considering the one-dimensional scalar wave equation, which is governed by dou u by dou t plus c into dou u by dou x equal to 0. So this is an unsteady problem, okay, and one-dimensional, okay, given in only x direction. Okay, so here we have a constant c, so which is depending upon the speed of traveling wave or the speed of the propagation we are going to consider. Okay, so the wave propagates at constant speed to the right if c is greater than 0, and to the left if c is less than 1. Okay, and the domain is taken from -infinity to infinity, or we can define our preferred domain for the given problem. The initial conditions of this wave propagation is given as u of x comma 0 is equal to u naught of x. So the exact solution to the wave equation is u equal to u naught of x minus ct. Okay, so for suppose if you are taking this dou u by dou t equal to u minus 0 divided by t minus 0. Okay, plus c into u minus u naught divided by x minus ct we are going to consider. So based upon this, we are going to have the equation that is u naught we can consider u naught by x. So this gives you u equal to u naught into x minus ct. So here this is going to be the exact wave equation. Then u naught of x is called the wave shape of the waveform. So here traveling or propagation means that the shape of the signal function with respect to x stays constant. However, the function is translated to left or right with time at the speed of c. So as clearly it is mentioned, if c is greater than 0, it is right, and if c is less than 1, it is going to be left. So in that way, we are going to consider the change which we are going to see here. So as said, the discretization process, initial FTCS method. So in the given problem, dou u by dou t plus c into dou u by dou x equal to 0. So here we have the spatial derivative is dou u by dou x. The central difference is taken as u j plus 1n minus u j minus 1n divided by delta x. Okay, so mostly for x they will take I. So here we can consider j also, no problem. So where n is the temporal index and j is the spatial index. N is for time and j is for the x derivative. So now the forward difference of the time ft, okay, that is dou u by dou t is uj n plus 1 minus uj n by delta t. So as said, this FTCS method is going to have the unstable condition. So that is being replaced with the average of the two neighboring terms. So the neighboring terms are taken j plus 1 and j minus 1. So such that ujn equal to uj plus 1n plus uj minus 1n by 2. So substituting in is equation 1, we get an explicit method of lags for the unknown, that is uj n plus 1. So if you write uj n plus 1, so if you write uj n plus 1 equal to uj plus 1n plus uj minus 1n divided by 2 minus c delta t by delta x into uj plus 1n minus uj minus 1n divided by 2. So here in the left hand side, we are going to replace the ujn, okay, with uj plus 1n and uj minus 1n here. Okay, so this delta t goes to this side, so c delta t by delta x, and this minus term which goes to plus, we are going to get this equation. So this is the final discretized form of the equation. So this discretized form of the equation is solved for the given inputs, and so that we can obtain the waveform from the solution. So here we are taking a test case for the numerical solution, that is solving the one-dimensional wave equation in the spatial domain of 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so in the initial step we have considered from minus infinity to plus infinity, which is very big domain. So for the mathematical problem, we are considering 0 to 2 pi with an initial step function given by u naught of x comma 0 equal to 1 for x less than or equal to pi minus 1, otherwise it will be equal to 0. So solve the problem for a time interval for a waveform at t equal to 0.2 seconds. Okay, so if you are taking a domain of 0 to 2 pi, okay, somewhere here you have the pi. So generally we know pi equal to 3.14. So pi minus 1 equal to nothing but 2.14. Okay. So here on the y-axis we can consider u. So for the initial case it is going to be 1. Okay, 1 you can consider. And here you can have minus. So then it is dropping to 0. Okay, so we can consider this as. So this is the initial wave is going to be updated. So then we can see how it is going to be transformed with respect to the time and with respect to the solution of the equation. So here in the MATLAB, we are considering initial program command CLC which clears the module. Then we have taken t naught equal to 0, the initial time step, and then the final time step is 1. The number of grid points in the x direction, the domain is considered 100, and the number of points in y direction, that is time direction, is considered 100. And first we are defining the grid, that is the interval between the 2 points dx equal to 2 pi by m, because we have taken 0 to 2 pi is the domain length. So dx equal to obtain. So then we can distribute it by the command z colon d 0 colon dx colon 2 pi. Similarly, we have to define the mesh for y direction, that is time direction, time interval dt equal to tf minus t naught by n. Similarly, t equal to t naught dt into tf. So calculate the value of lambda. So initially we have taken the c equal to 1, c equal to 2, okay, or 1 we can consider. So if c is greater than 0, the wave moves towards the right. If c is less than 1, the wave moves towards the left. Okay, so let us see that in the program case. So if lambda is greater than 0, it leads to unstable solution, then display lambda, else display wave is shown in the plot. So we use the plot command to display the results. So next we are choosing the initial data. So initial data is stored as zeros, and then we are taking the initial data. Okay, so the given values at the first column, okay, for all the rows is given by u0. Okay, so then implementing the time marching scheme, small n equal to 1 to n and I equal to 2 to m. So we are solving it in place of j. Here we are taken the discretized equation as I. So ui n plus 1 equal to ui plus 1 n minus ui minus 1 n divided by 2 minus lambda by 2 into ui plus 1 n minus ui minus 1 n. So this is the discretized equation. Okay, and the for loops are used for solving it in the spatial and the time direction. So then introducing the exact values at the endpoints, that is 1 and 0. Okay, so as it is given in the problem. So then plotting the domain for the 21 intervals. Okay, we are defining the axis, title, x label, y label, and the line width of the graph, and we are pausing it for the time situations. So this is the resultant graph we are going to obtain after executing the program in the MATLAB window. So this is a simple program which has been using the finite difference method and to the one-dimensional domain, and we could able to find out how the wave is going to change from 0 to 2 pi in the given domain. So let us execute this in the MATLAB. So here I am using the MATLAB online version. So I have written the code, that is CLC, T0 equal to 0, TF equal to 1, M equal to 100, N equal to 100, and dx equal to 2 pi by m, and x equal to 0 tx 2 pi, and then the time interval is defined with T0 dt df, and then the lambda, here it is considered c equal to 2. As c is positive, it has to move towards the right. So these are the initial data, and then implementation of the lax method, then introducing the exact values, boundary values, endpoints, then plot the command results. Okay, so you can check the result here. So this is the initial wave which is transforming towards the right because the c value taken is left. C value is 2. Okay, positive value. Okay, so this is transforming till the time interval is going to satisfy. So next we will try to run it for the minus value. So take c is equal to minus 1 and run the program. So you can see the wave is transforming toward the left instead of the right. Okay, so these are the different cases of the C. So, and here we have one more criteria, that is the stability criteria. We will check the stability criteria of this problem. So if it is going to be more than 1, okay, we have to get a display that lambda should be less than 1, and we see how the results are going to be. So you can see the unstable solution. Here the wave is over divergence. The lambda, it is showing you the command warning that lambda should be less than 1. So the result is over the domain which is not visible. So this is how the MATLAB programming is done for the one-dimensional wave equation by using the finite difference approach. So this is a lax method. So similarly here we have one more program for the one-dimensional heat conduction equation. So in this equation also we are going to choose a domain of length 100 and in between we have a dike, okay, and two rocks. So in between two rocks we have a dike, like we can consider like this. So that dike is magma, which is at 1200 degrees centigrade, and two rocks are at 300 degrees centigrade. So in between the rocks we have the magma. The thermal diffusivity of the rock is 1 e or minus 6 and the width of the dike is 5. So we would like to know the heat transfer in this medium for 1 day, that is 3600 seconds into 24 hours. So dt equal to 1 time, 1 day. So nx equal to 100, the number of points, and the number of points in 100. So then we are defining the initial conditions, the rock t equal to tr, okay, for it time t equal to 0, and computing the new matrix values, temperatures, t nu equal to zeros of 1, and then for I equal to 2 nx minus 1. So we are taking this discretized equation with initial boundary conditions, updating the new, and then plot comments as it is. So let us see this result here. There is some error. So this is the result of the temperature. Okay. So here the temperature is equal to 700. The rock has temperature of 3 on both sides. Even 1200 degrees, but it is reduced to 7. Okay. So this is how we are going to use the MATLAB programming to solve the fluid flow problems, one-dimensional wave equation. These are the references used for the present programming. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.